everyone, it's Liam Catterson here with episode 8 of season 2 for Luke Cage, which is If It Ain't Rough, It Ain't Right. So, interesting developments came up in the last episode with Komachi's death, of course, and Ridenhour, of course, with Shades finding out about the whole ordeal with Komachi, of course, with him being the bug, as a way for Ridenhour to try and get that dirt on Mariah, of course. And of course, things didn't go smoothly, and, you know, as painful as it was for Shades, he had to put Komachi down, so it was just really, really crap stuff for him. But also, of course, the most pivotal piece with, not Shades, Bushmaster taking over Harlem Paradise, of course, and putting Mariah at the lowest of the lows in terms of, you know, feelings at that point. She is completely gone, and you know what they say, desperate times, desperate measures, and that's proven its point with her request for help with Luke at the end of the last episode. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see, you know, this kind of partnership, I guess, with Mariah and Mariah and Luke, considering the fact that it's like the enemy of my enemy, which is, funnily enough, what Bushmaster wanted, but of course he wasn't really the lesser of two evils, whereas I guess Mariah is, especially with her, you know, push to move away from her family's evil doings and whatnot and start a better tomorrow, I guess. But there's still some, you know, shady shit going on, but, you know, like I said, she's the lesser of two evils, whereas Bushmaster is like is basically like a terrorist, and he's lobbing off heads and all that shit. So yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to delve into this. But it's episode 8 of Luke Cage season 2. Let's go.
And then with his dying breath, he raised his gun.
Bang.
And
I mean, he had his story straight, but I guess it was because of what he was doing. And Shades is not like
you said,
that kind of person.
It was gonna be different this time.
I know.
Because I love you. I was blinded.
I was rooting for the ship.
I still want you dead. Maybe I should protect her from you.
Oh, damn.
Put her in interrogation once.
Uh-oh.
I'm the victim.
Oh, come on. She's just preaching like, I'm the victim. Don't hurt me. See? I'm a victim.
Ridenhour was killed.
The angle a bit, like, skewed.
Yeah.
Don't know, I like it for some reason.
He had a snitch in Harlem's Paradise.
Until One Police Plaza sends somebody else, you're the highest ranking detective here. You're in charge. You're still on the job.
Bittersweet, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's that guilt. It's not just that though, but
I'll tell you this much.
Scarf,
me on the ground
now
I would want you to catch my body.
Wow. Now that is probably.
She's lost close people, I guess.
Dear Oz, Gwen would be proud of what you have, but not how you got it. I fear the darkness consumes you.
And Nancy.
Obi-Wan.
I only done what she done for me.
It's that Jedi talk. Except Jedi's, well, Mace Windu did lob off Django's head, but
What do you want?
Django's a dick anyways.
Mariah and her daughter, they've been seen.
Uh-oh.
The precinct. With Babylon them.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
Luke Cage.
Jesus. Oh. Whoa, that hurt. Don't break stuff that hurts you. Because you're going to have to replace that chair now, and it was a nice chair.
He's behind the window, I know that.
Oh,
At the same
come
time
on.
your brownstone was being burned down, Thomas Ridenhour was shot and killed. Ah, no! He was meeting with a confidential informant. Now this brother, he was busy too, because he worked for you as well.
But she wasn't really fond of him.
And you were in the vicinity of the crime and are now a suspect.
That's thin as hell, and you know it.
Mr. Alvarez has nothing to do with this either.
Mr. Alvarez is a person of interest in the murder of Thomas.
If his
He was friends with the
license
other
plate was
victim
there,
and was spotted 30 blocks from the murder scene. We'll see what Mariah's fawn has to say for himself. How's a fawn? Oof. A baby deer. I read somewhere that cougars
I just love it.
prey on fawns.
Oh, wow. Oh, we're having another one of these Misty. Good. I'm just so invested with, like, Misty's character and, like, these scenes. Oh, she's got the shades on as well. She looks dope, like, not gonna lie.
I think Command was a snitch. Did he beg for his life?
This is all going to the emotional
one
talk.
last emotional salvo at the friend who betrayed him?
It was more than that, wasn't it?
Wonderful performance. Two-handed.
I only deal in non-fiction.
It's outlandish and full of hearsay. Make sure
Bitch, you
want
to sit down.
I am no longer representing Mr. Alvarez.
Oh, dearie.
Good luck to you, sir.
What?
Oh. Is this Bushmaster? Oh, shit.
I don't think he's coming back.
Well, now you're on your own.
Hope was wrong. Players can change in the night.
Still, he was a complete dick by not believing Misty's, like, logic, which does make sense, of course, but he's like, nah. But I guess that's his job. Ben Donovan. Oh, shit! Get out! I was gonna say, Ben Donovan can't do shit. Oh! Well, that went well for the stylers.
No about to put on the Stokes woman head. She and her daughter. 1 meal each.
Oh, damn.
I didn't say I killed anybody.
Then you did it for Mariah. She's not worth it. She's the one I want, not you. Make a deal.
Yeah, but this wasn't Mariah's call, that's the thing. Oof. Is he gonna come up?
I'm not saying one more word.
Nah. I was gonna say, is he gonna come up?
Fine. I get it.
I don't know if they're gonna do better than Ben Donovan.
He was just another thug.
You don't know shit about it.
That emotional punch.
Cams. Huh? There are no cams anywhere?
Ridenhour on purpose picked a place with no video surveillance.
Shit!
Ridenhour is kind of compromised, and I guess this is fortune for Shades. He can get away with murder.
Not to sell the gun business! It led
Hubris.
to a domino effect
Hubris.
that led straight to Bushmaster. All you had to do was sell
He's
that
not wrong.
goddamn painting, and none of this would have happened.
Oh, yeah.
You scared?
Yes.
Damn. And I just love how they're just blaming each other.
He built this club with the Stokes. I come back to settle our claims.
We've got 2 stylers in custody.
And he was in the shitter.
On Mariah and Tilda Dillard. Is that
with,
true?
Stokes. And no, it's not true.
With the
You
Dillards.
can't prove otherwise.
There's a lot of folks losing their heads around here lately.
And arms too, apparently.
Oh, you're funny. Ha ha ha.
There's nothing you can do about it. So go on.
I mean, he's...
Tear up the club.
Oh.
The only thing you're gonna discover...
They will
is
find
you already
evidence.
know. You have no power. I have the power. Now
Punch him
don't
in
need
the
a gun,
punch him in the face.
a
Punch him in the
badge,
face.
a
Punch him in the
plastic arm
face.
to use it, see?
You wanna...
That's
I was gonna say...
Harassment of my client today.
He's harassing her! Dick!
I barely had time to fall in love with you before Mama Mabel snatched you away.
Oh, damn. Mama Mabel. Absolute bitch.
It broke my heart to lose you, Tilda.
Seems like she does really care for Tilda, but she's still a bit...
What was the worst part of last night? I thought I was gonna lose you again.
Mama Mabel sent me away.
To our cousin. You were always in my heart.
I do love you, sweetie.
I see that. She's just frustrating. Especially her actions. But the love is
There's
real.
something I think I should show you.
It will also poison your mind, soul, and spirit. As it already has. Listen to me.
So is it gonna add insult to injury and...
Let me
Oh,
finish what they
this is
started.
gonna be the thing that kills him.
No. I love you, Johnny. Like my own son. But love has limits.
Wow. He's so clouded with arrogance, that's the problem with Bushmaster. I would just, yeah. And the thing is, they're attacking a nice little community as well. Wow. This is where things, you know, start. Oh, Jesus!
He shot you. Bullets bounce off, man. I don't care. Can't be shooting my baby.
Aww. Shit, though. James just fucking that one up. Wow.
Okay.
It's called Nightshade?
Yeah, I mean... I'm gonna
So
need
it
more
would show
time
that
to do
Luke
some
gets his
research
strength
to
from
make
the
sure, but
bathtub. I'm
if I
kidding.
can figure out how Bushmaster... I think maybe I can create something to counter it.
Hopefully.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Uh-oh.
Shut your ass up and get down now. The styles
Yeah,
are here.
well...
Bushmaster's goons.
Shit, they're running rabbit. Oh, fuck.
Hey, Misty, you still got Danny's number?
Yeah.
Call him. We need a favor.
Yes! We're getting a defender on Kunlun, and it's gonna be, oh. Now, it would be wrong, of course, for Iron Fist to end this whole ordeal on the show Luke Cage, but how I just dream. But fuck, was it Protector of Kunlun? See, I'm not with the memes. I'm just so. This is what happens when you're so obsessed with the Captain America detention memes. So Daddy is showing up on Luke Cage. No, I've got a better one. It's, so, you can't beat Bushmaster. You need help. Who are you gonna call? Danny Rand, of course. No, I'm so excited for him to be appearing. What's funny is, like, I saw a lot of people, you know, really dig into, dig at the show, not dig into it, but, like, they took really powerful punches to the show, and have called it the weak. I mean, it is for me, I think, the weakest show of the Marvel Netflix shows. But by no means do I think it's bad. People, like, the reaction I'm seeing from a lot of people is that Iron Fist is like, it's not all people, but like the majority seem to, you know, feel a bit off with Iron Fist. But I enjoyed it when I watched it. But you know, I can't be trusted anyway, so, yeah. Anyways, that was one of those episodes where nothing really much happened for Luke Cage, but, you know, we still got quite a bit coming out in terms of, I guess, emotional aspect, and of course there was some action, especially towards the end. James, though, whew, I mean, that was really awesome stuff from him. Like, seeing him being able to take down the Sliders, that was just really awesome stuff. But, yes, it's going to be very interesting to see how, you know, everyone, bands together. Mariah, Luke, everyone, Tilda as well, finding out ways to try and potentially use a counter recipe to, Bushmaster, cause now she's realizing how much of a big mistake that might have been, of course. I mean, she had an inkling when Luke met her at Mother's, touch, at the near beginning of the season, of course, after Luke had got knocked out at episode 4. And, I mean, Luke even interrogated her with that scene, didn't he? He was like saying, you know, you basically sugar-coated, Bushmaster to me. But no, it was just really, really, interesting stuff with this episode, especially Shades, of course, with the fallout of Komachi, of course. And, I mean, it was a bit of a bit of a rookie mistake, of course, to, have the second shot there. But as Misty, as Misty seems to suggest, it was an emotional incident for Shades, and that it was, considering, you know what? I don't know what's going on with my voice there. I'm not losing it. No, that would be a great start to the week, because it's Monday for me, and it'll be like, ugh. But, I don't know why, but I think there's not much developed, I guess, compared to the other thing that I'm comparing, but I dig the Komachi and Shades relationship more than I do with Mariah and Shades. I don't know. I think there's that, nice chemistry that, that surrounds Komachi and Shades. So, yeah, I really dig, I mean, I dug that ship anyways, but, like, I really, really felt so bad for Shades, but, he like I said, he just plays an interesting character, and I just, enjoy watching his scenes, especially, that interrogation scene, of course, between Misty and Shades. It was just really, really great. Great to see Misty's detective thing, make an appearance again, especially when she was filling in Shade's shoes. And she suits Shades, like, so much. I can't even speak. It's a tongue twister. Woo! She suits the Shades so much. I don't know. She just looks badass. And, I mean, she's a badass anyways, but she looks even more badass with the Shades on. So, it was just great to see that, detective thing flare up once more. It's one of the great things that I love about Misty's characters, especially with her character in general. But no, it was just really, really great, stuff, with Shade's story. I don't know what was up with Mariah's. I mean, it's probably because she's in a lot of emotion as well, considering she's lost everything. But, Mariah's attitude, it was like the acting was, I don't know, I'm not saying the acting was bad, but it was like, okay, I need you, like, imagine, I guess that's the case, like, you've lost everything, so how would you portray a breakdown? So, I guess that's the case, because not only has she lost Harlem Paradise, she's lost her home as well, but now she's been told that Ridenhour is dead, and Mariah was just, I don't know, it just seemed a bit weird, but I don't know, that's probably me, but, I guess it's all down to the fact that you've lost everything, and you're having a bit of a breakdown, and your mind just doesn't know how to react at this point, because everything just keeps, going down and down for you, and it's just really, really shitty, so, yeah, but, it was just very, very interesting to see Misty, dig in with Ridenhour's, death. I don't know why I'm calling him Ridenhour, or whatever. It's like Raiden from Metal Gear or something. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I digress. It was great to see Misty, not just that, I'll get on to the other thing that I loved about Misty's story in, this episode in a minute. But yeah, Misty's story about, Ridenhour's death, of course, and how, that's kind of affected her emotionally. It's Scarf all over again. And she is worried that this whole conspiracy thing with, Komachi could spark up a sequel. And that's not going to look good if Misty's in charge, because, it will start to become a reputation that, oh, Misty's going to do this and all that shit. So, Luke wasn't really looked at heavily to begin with, I think, at the beginning of the season anyway. So, with Misty, wanting to, but then again, Misty does trust Luke, and I expect a few other people, especially at the precinct, to, have that bit of trust in, Luke. So, yeah, I wouldn't say they would be like, oh, this is going to be like, this is going to be a Scarf situation all over again. If Misty's, if Ridenhour, had Komachi on his side, and now Misty has Luke on his side, considering he's not an official and all that shit. But like I said, I think there's a bit more respect to Luke than there is to Komachi, so yeah. But what I also loved is the relationship growth between Nandi and Misty. I did fear this was going to be a season-long, you know, debacle between Misty and Andy and all that, but it's great to see them two, especially in this situation with Ridenhour's death, to see their relationship come together and, you know, them to, you know, work, especially when they confronted Bushmaster. It was just really, really great stuff to see, you know, them to, work together, because it was a really, really awesome, you know, it was a really, really awesome connection throughout this episode. So that was great stuff to see. Bushmaster as well, cozy in paradise, great stuff. But it's not so great for him physically, of course. It seems like the Nightshade is really taking a toll on his body. And I think his uncle said there was no materials, there was no natural materials, like, was it Blue Mountain? Yeah. To keep him at full peak. So I guess they're going to have to, I don't know, create some knockoff or whatever, to give him the same effects of the Nightshade, but that's going to probably deteriorate his health even further. So it's going to be very, I mean, we're at the dying stages of the season now. Like, there's 5 episodes left. So, the Nightshade effects are going to start, you know, taking a real toll on his body. And I think he's going to abuse the Nightshade even further so he doesn't feel weak. But I just love how his uncle is always the voice of reason, and it's like, if I was his uncle, I would just like, no, I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. You're on your own. Goodbye. Like, stop running to him, because he's not going to get the common sense in his head. I mean, you know what? I think common sense is a bit of an issue for Bushmaster, to be fair, because his uncle is giving him the voice of reason. He's like, oh, you know, this thing is consuming you. You're letting your darkness, you know, consuming your mind, all that shit. But not just that, he breaks the chair when, you know, he's informed that Mariah and Tilda survived, of course. But it was his fault anyways that they survived, because A, he didn't jam the door. Well, like I said, I think Luke would have broken through, I guess. But still, he didn't do anything to ensure that they would not escape, because Tilda could have escaped anyways, but yeah. And not just that, but he didn't just stay around to watch the... I mean, if I was a sadistic bastard like Bushmaster, I would just watch that house burn with Mariah and Tilda inside. He just took off like, oh, well, I trust the fire to do its job. I don't need to see this. Even though I have hate for Mariah, I don't need to see them burn, but it's what I want anyways. Like I said, if I was a sadistic bastard, then surely I would want to, you know, put on, you know, marshmallows, popcorn, and just chill, watching the house burn with Mariah and Tilda screaming. That's what I would do, but common sense. It seems to be like a thing that's missing from Bushmaster, especially if he's like being warned about health effects and how the Nightshade is really fucking him up, but yeah. But yeah, this was a really nice, cool off episode, I guess. Like I said, it was one of those things where, you know, a lot of people were confined to one area, or like in a cool situation to try and get things out the way. But it was still a great episode, especially with, you know, seeing how the Stylers would make their next move, of course, and seeing, Bushmaster's development now that he has Harlem Paradise. He's basically sent Mariah to the pits of hell because, like I said, she's had a breakdown. I was even loving the fact that we saw her in her burnt home. Considering a few episodes ago she was setting Rosie in her kingdom, and now she's in the ashes of, I guess, a place I would call it a paradise, but you know, that's taken away from Harlem Paradise as well, but she's in the ashes of, you know, the place she stayed at, so yeah. But it was a great episode. It was a really great episode, and I can't wait to see how things pick up now that Iron Fist is coming to Luke Cage. I'm really excited to see that. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!